Welcome to Confidence Rockstar Podcast, a place where you will find inspiration, motivation, and, let's say, kick in the bottom to take action and create the life of your dreams. I'm your host, Alex Grzybek, and I'll help you quiet that little voice inside your head saying, "You can't do this." So you have the courage to go for what you've always wanted on your terms. Every week, I'll bring you some confidence golden nuggets, present an awesome interview in order to empower you to step up your game. It's time to choose happy and shine. It's time to become a confidence rockstar. Let's dive deep. Hello everyone. Welcome to the next episode of Confidence Rockstar Podcast. This is your host, Alex Grzybek, and I'm super excited about sharing this episode with you. I am recording this episode as I'm approaching my birthday, and I don't know how about you, but for me, birthday is always the time to reflect, to slow down, to stop for a moment, and to really see and appreciate what I've accomplished, especially since last year and generally in my life so far. So, I'm super grateful for all the things that happened to me, good and bad. And even though very often in the moment we don't understand bad things happening to us and we don't want them, when we are moving forward, like when we look from the perspective, it actually makes sense, and we needed to have this crazy hard even experiences in order to become the person who we are now. So today I would like to share with you the the biggest dream killers. So like 3 things that stop us from going for our dreams, and actually which are in the way between where we are and where we want to be. And why this episode? As I said, when I'm reflecting, on my birthday, I just have a flashback moment, 3-4 years ago, I was in a deep SHIT. And I remember my life turned upside down multiple times, both professionally and personally. I had challenges in my career, with my business, with my health, big time, on different levels. I was working with crutches. I lost few pregnancies. I got fired twice within 6 months. I couldn't continue my active happy mama business because after losing pregnancies, I didn't feel a happy mama, and after walking with crutches and being diagnosed with avascular necrosis of femoral head, I basically couldn't be active mama and running with buggy, running marathons and doing all sorts of things that were important for me. So, just to say that my confidence level was low would be an understatement. I felt like a failure as a mother, as a woman, as a person, as a business owner, as an employee. And even though many of those things I didn't deserve to have, for some reason that I still don't understand all of them right now, it happened. And I remember exactly 3 years ago, in July 2019, when I was walking out from the hospital, after my ectopic pregnancy, I was working with crutches at that time as well, waiting for the hip endoprothesis operation before 40. I was like, you know what, universe, hit me once more and I will really give up. And I decided to surrender, and I was like, okay, whatever happens, happens. And that was July, and in September 2019, we moved to Spain, which was a dream come true. And I had to come up with some kind of idea how to bring income in order to bring food to our table. And I did a lot of things that maybe I haven't done earlier, or I've done them differently. And I decided to go all in because I had nothing to lose. But that really reminded me, and at the moment when I'm looking at the past 3 years, it was not always rainbows and roses. If you're a business owner, you know that, it's not always like amazing. It's challenging, of course. It's rewarding, but it's challenging too. And, with my health and pregnancies as well, I've got like other challenges, but, that's not what this episode is all about. And I want to share with you actually what I do believe from my experience and from talking with my clients are like 3 main dream killers that stop us from going for what we want. And that stopped me in the past. And even right now, sometimes I catch myself like being stopped by one of those 3, but right now I have the strategies in order to overcome them. So number 1, when it comes to the biggest dream killer is fear. And you probably know that, yes? And there are all sorts of different fears. And the fear of unknown, yes? If you would like to change something, if you would like to try something new, or if you may need to make like a difficult decision, we are not sure what will be on the other side. And we are afraid that maybe it will be worse to what we've got. So, even though we are not necessarily 100% happy where we are in our life right now, we are afraid that we can end up in a worse place. So, at least now I know what I can expect. It's not comfortable. It actually is bad sometimes. It sucks sometimes. But, at least I know. Yeah. So let me just stay here. And we behave a little bit like, just give you like some kind of comparison. Like when you think about a farmer, and the farmer goes like to the field and he needs to just put like some grains in the field, into the ground, into the soil, and just imagine the farmer who is there like in the field and saying, what, I will put this into the soil, but I need to have the guarantee that it will come out as a corn or I don't know, beetroot or potato or whatever. So give me the guarantee that it will be this way and it will be all great and perfect, and then I will sow the seeds. It doesn't work like that. I mean, the farmer doesn't have the guarantee. Okay, he can have the seeds, but we don't know whether, the soil is going to produce, whether the weather, whether the, rain and sun will help. So, the farmer has to trust and hope and do everything that's in his power in order to be able to for the soil to produce what he expects. But he doesn't have the guarantee. And it's not like that if he stops here and there, he will have no results for sure. And this is the same in our life. We need to plant the seed in order for it to grow. So we don't have the warranty that it will work out 100% as we want to. And sometimes what we want to is not actually in our best interest, but we need to do something. And the magic happens outside of our comfort zone, outside of the sphere. So we get what we tolerate. So when we are stuck in a place that we don't like, whether it's a job, whether it's a business, whether working with the clients that you don't enjoy, whether having financial situation that you don't enjoy, being in a body that you don't love, being in a relationship that you don't that doesn't fulfill you, we've got the power to change it. And the fear is stopping us. However, you know what fear means? It's like false evidence appears real. So we don't know if all those bad things gonna happen. Mark Twain actually said that, I've had many fears and many worries in my life, but most of them actually never happened. And this is true. We are so fearful about different things that may happen. They actually will never happen. But this kind of big drama that we create in our head stops us from moving forward. So when you think about this farmer that, you need to trust, you need to start doing something in order to be able to see different results. And secondly, you need to trust and surrender and do everything that it's in your power, because some things are not in your power, but what you've got like in your power in order to make it work for you. This is so worth it to get out of the thing or place or situation or relationship where you don't feel happy, and move to something better. Something better is waiting for you, and the universe is telling you that. When you have a desire in your heart, it's meant for you. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there in the first place. So whatever you want, whatever desire, whatever dream you've got, this is universe calling you. This is for you. This is for you. Go out there. And what we need to do, we need to stop interrupting ourselves, being our worst enemy, and preventing us from going for what we want. All right? So, make a jump and trust it will work out. So whatever you want, you need to have really 3 things you need to do in order to go for what you want. So number 1, you need to be sure what you want. Have your goal written and have a mental picture in your head what you dream about. You need to know exactly. If you are sending a message to a friend, you would not send letters from the alphabet in the random order. You would create a word, you will create sentences, and this message will make sense. So this is the same with your goal. If you would like to lose weight, don't say I want to lose weight, but you need to be more specific. How much weight, by when, and why is it important for you, and what does it mean for you? How would you feel when you are going to do that? So, be specific. When it comes to money also, how much money and why? Because if you are saying, I would like to make 10K months, it doesn't excite you probably. But if you have the reason behind why you need this money, and this is emotional reason, what you can do for your family, for yourself, for your loved ones, for your preferred charity, that is completely different dynamic over here. So first of all, have a clear goal, what you want. Number 2, visualize this and put it in the material form that you already have it. Just imagine that you are already having it. And number 3, you need to believe, you need to have faith that it's gonna happen. It's already on the way to you. All right? And when fear comes in between, you know that fear is false evidence appear real. You can say thank you for sharing, and to move on. All right. So that's, number 1. Another thing is fear, maybe this will not be the best information for you here, but fear will never go away. All the successful people, the most successful people on this planet, it's not like that they don't have fear, that they are not afraid of anything. No, it's not. They just learned how to dance with their fear and how to feel the fear and do it anyway, as Susan Jeffers in her book says. So what do I mean by dancing with the fear? It's trying to get, become friends with your fear, but in a way that your friend doesn't run the show. You understand it, you acknowledge it, you know that in his best interest is to protect you, to look after you, that nothing bad's gonna happen to you. So, when you look at it from this perspective, the fear has good intention. However, that magic happens outside of fear. So you can say to the fear that, I understand that you're here, I see you, I acknowledge you, but I'm not gonna listen to you. This is my dream, I'm going there. And I will show you that actually what's on the other side is not as scary as you think. I will prove that to you. And thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for being here. But I'm gonna, grab you... I'm gonna hold your hand and we will walk towards the unknown together, and it will be brilliant journey. So, do not ignore this fear. You can become friends. However, you are the one running the show. All right. And fear means many things, like fear of the unknown, fear of being judged, fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of whatever, fill in the gap. But this is in your power. You've got the ability to either listen to your fear and stop here and there, or to grab your fear by hand and to walk towards your dream together with the fear. Okay? So that was number one when it comes to dream killer and how to deal with it. Number two is procrastination. What I see over and over again, and that was me in the past as well, it was like, waiting for the perfect moment in order to make something happen. I actually got to the point when I didn't enjoy my job anymore, and I was not happy there, and it was getting worse and worse, and I was working on my business on the side, but it wasn't like making enough money in order for me to like quit my job overnight. At that time I had a small baby, I was commuting to work in London, I was training for marathons, I was working full time, and I had limited time to grow and to develop my business. However, I still did it, waking up very early in the morning, working on the train at night, etc. And I was exhausted, but I was afraid, the fear was stopping me to make a jump and resign. And I was saying, okay, as long as I earn X, Y, and Z, I will quit my job. Or as long the moment when I feel ready, when I know more, when I'm smarter, when I'm more knowledgeable, when I'm more experienced, whatever, I will quit my job. And actually, I was waiting for it forever. And finally, somebody made a decision for me. They basically fired me. It was done in a very nasty way, but somebody helped me decide. Yes, you're out of here, and you need to figure out the plan, what you are going to do. And, in that moment, I remember when I was fired, actually twice within 6 months, which never happened to me before. I've always been employee of the month, of the year, and, very, very respected employee. But when I was fired, twice within 6 months, I was like, okay, so the universe is telling me something here. I don't have to wait for the perfect moment. This is the perfect moment, because I'm in a position that if I don't start earning money, we will not be able to eat and pay the bills. So let me just do it. And I went all into the business. I actually also invested in somebody helping me make my business work, even though I had absolutely no money. So, I paid on my credit card, and then I was basically paying it off, and I quickly earned this money in order to pay it off, and I don't regret this decision at all. Actually, I invested so much over the last few years, and I'm still investing in myself, because I do believe that it helps me be where I am. So, this is the topic for another conversation, but do really there are people out there who know what you need to do in order to get where you want to go. And if you ask these people, if you work with these coaches, with these mentors, they will hold you accountable, because when you are in your own habitual way of thinking, we need to reprogram your mind in order to start thinking differently, start feeling differently, start acting differently, and that will produce different results. So investing in somebody who can help you go from A to Z where you want to be, it's absolutely amazing. And when it comes to procrastination, perfect doesn't exist. Whatever you do, you can always make it better. Whatever you do in your business, in your life, in your relationship, etc., you can always make it better. So if you're waiting for the perfect moment, this is a trap, because you will never be ready. And procrastinating is being perfectionist, which doesn't exist, but procrastinating is also based on fear. So, I started living over the last few years to the concept done is better than perfect. Because when you do something, you can always improve it, but at least you have the wheels going, and you can adjust, you can make, some kind of new angles, you can improve it, you can make it better, but at least something is happening, something is going on. When I completely rebranded my business and I started working with different clients, I had no idea what I was doing at the beginning. I had no idea what to sell them, how to attract them. I started doing the webinars, didn't know the tech part of it, didn't know a lot of technical aspects and a lot of things connected with proper business launch, but I started started. And I did like one step at a time. And in July, I was walking out from the hospital, and in September, I actually hit my monthly financial goal that I set up for myself. And in the middle of pandemic, I tripled that, financial goal, which was like, I was just shocked. By applying this, done is better than perfect. Just do it, spread the wings and adjust on the way, and you will be amazed what can happen. So, just apply this philosophy. Done is better than perfect. And you will be shocked how quickly you will start moving forward towards your dreams. Okay. So procrastination, put it on the side, dance with your fear, say thank you to procrastination, and go for your dreams, okay? Number 3, when it comes to the dream killers, is low self-esteem, low confidence, not believing in yourself. And this is huge. That's why, actually, when I hit rock bottom with my confidence on every single level, like a few years ago, and then I started working with wonderful people, especially women, and I found out that it doesn't matter how brilliant, beautiful, amazing, smart, knowledgeable, experienced, and fantastic they are, they still question their self-worth. They don't love themselves, they don't accept themselves, they strive to be better, but in the unhealthy way. I realized that I really want to help like these women based on my story, how I helped myself. And I see this over and over again, whether I work with people when it comes to their careers, like preparing them for recruitment processes, like job interviews, or whether I work with people to make their dreams happen, to basically being ready to go from where they are to where they want to be, and helping them start and develop and grow their businesses. It all comes down to this. They don't believe in themselves. They don't feel that they are good enough. They don't feel that they are worthy enough. And that's why, the fear is getting bigger. The procrastination is getting bigger, because the confidence, the low confidence or lack of confidence stops them big time. And I'll tell you this with love, but until you deal with the confidence, with your self-worth, until you start fully loving and accepting yourself for who you are right now, and understanding and realizing that you are good enough. I will just, put it in the simple form here. Most likely, you will have challenge after challenge and obstacle after obstacle in order to make your dreams happen. Full stop. I know it myself. It doesn't matter what kind of strategy you've got, whether it's in business, in career, in relationship, in your personal life, in your weight, whatever. It doesn't matter how many strategies you find. It doesn't matter how many people you talk to. It doesn't matter how hard you work and how much you try. If deep down you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe that you can make your dreams happen, you don't feel that you deserve it, you don't feel that you are worthy, chances are that 99% of the time you will not reach your goals, regardless how hard you try. And I know it myself because I've been there, and every single time, even right now, when something is not going right in my business or in my life, I know that the deep down, there is me questioning myself, my self-worth, my belief in myself, my belief in my goals, and because what you think about yourself, what I think about myself, it is connected with how I feel. How I feel, it is connected with what kind of actions I will take, and what kind of actions I will take, then it is connected with my results. That's it. So when it comes to confidence, there are few ways to improve your confidence and to work on it. Number one aspect is to start fully loving and accepting yourself for who you are. So, I'll have a task for you. It may sound strange. You may think that this is silly, but believe me, it's very, very powerful. Every day, at least once a day, stand in front of the mirror, look yourself into the eyes and say, I love you. I love you. I accept you. I'm so grateful for you. And do it at least once. What is magical about it? Like, the eye contact is amazing. A lot of people, they have problem like keeping the eye contact with others. And definitely we don't really keep eye contact with ourselves. So when you look into your eyes, and when you start saying this, say it with the loving voice. Just imagine yourself as a baby when your mother was telling you, I love you, like, everybody around you. Where everybody around you was telling you that you're amazing, you're freaking loved, you don't have to do anything, you're just lying there, like, making poo and screaming and crying, and everybody still loved you. So like, wow. So, just say it to yourself, and you will see how you start changing the perception of yourself, how you feel. Okay, so this is, the task for you. And the second task for you is in order to improve your confidence. I will record like a separate episode where focusing completely like on confidence and like, giving you like different strategies. But, one thing I want to tell you here is what we focus on expands. So when we actually focus on what we are not good at, how not good enough we are, we will get more of it. It's like just the magnifying glass, it's like a magnet. But when we change our focus, we will change our thoughts and we will change our feelings. Therefore, we will change our actions and our results. So change your focus. Focus on what you are good at. Make a list of the things that you are good at. Make a list of the things that you can feel proud of. Make a list of your biggest achievements and accomplishments and read it out loud to yourself on a daily basis. Why? Because this is changing your focus from I am not good enough to I am freaking amazing. And I want you to get into the energy of I am freaking amazing, because when you are in the energy I am freaking amazing, your thoughts are different, your feelings are different, your actions are different, and your results will be different. So, confidence is a big issue here. And I just gave you a couple of little tasks that you can do on a daily basis that will help you so much. And, when we are talking about those dream killers, so number 1 is fear, number 2 is procrastination, number 3 is lack of confidence, low self-esteem. And, I just want to say, one more thing here. Because, why is that people, some people have results in their life, some people don't. Why is that they may listen to the same podcast like I'm recording right now, they may go to the same webinar, they may go to the same training, they may work with the same coach, and why is that some people have results and others don't have results, yes? It's, they can be inspired, they can be motivated, and they have like a lot of knowledge and strategies, but, some people will succeed, some people won't. And why is that? It's because training itself and knowledge itself is not what makes a difference. Because, when you are inspired, when you are motivated, when you have like the knowledge even, but deep down, you've got some limiting beliefs that are holding you back to move forward and about yourself. But deep down, you have some habitual patterns running your behavior. I mean, things you do on a daily basis that run your behavior. If deep down you think certain way and act certain way, you got to the place where you are now. And if you would like to go to a different place, you cannot use the same habitual patterns, you cannot have the same limiting beliefs, and you cannot think and act in a certain way that got you here. What got you here will not get you there. So, motivation, inspiration, and even knowledge will not change that itself. What we need to do is actually to rewire our brains so it doesn't do the things that it has been programmed for years. The things that we've been doing, but they are not longer serving us, yes? And that's why we cannot do this alone. It's like, too much for us. We are too much inside of the problems, too much inside of the challenges. That's why, people are working with coaches, mentors, because they help you. I help my clients seeing the blind spot that they are not aware with. My coaches, they see my blind spot that I'm not aware of because I'm too much inside the problem. And, I've invested thousands of pounds over the last few years in order to work with the coaches. And, I wouldn't turn this back, because it helped me so much being where I am now. So, if that resonates with you, if you would like to find out, what are your limiting beliefs that are stopping you from going for your dreams, and remove all of those limiting beliefs that are in your way, to rewire your brain so it works actually in your favor, and to empower you to be at your best in order to make your dreams happen, please do reach out to me. Contact me on contact@alexgrzybek.com. I'll be more than happy to schedule a quick 15-minute free empowerment call with you, where we'll see where you are and where you want to be, and how we can close the gap between where you are and when you want to be as soon as possible, and in the most beautiful and magical way that will be the best for you. So my mission is to help you kill all of those big dream killers, and to make you the best person, and to help you be ready to go for your dreams, regardless how small or how big they are. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, share it with other people. They may need to hear this message again. They may need to hear this message too. And so looking forward to connecting with you. And I'll speak to you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye. To get started on your confidence journey, I invite you to grab free 5-day email course, Confidence Rockstar. You will get 5 daily lessons sent directly to your mailbox, so you will have access to them anytime you like. You can grab this gift on the website alexgrzybek.com/5 days. All of the links to this episode you will find in the show notes below. And one more thing. I want to invite you to my personal website, alexgrzybek.com, where you'll find other podcast episodes and more of the free resources to help you on your confidence journey. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next episode.